Hello everyone, it is your Rune King Amador here with another video for the Royal Deities. Alright, as y'all can see, today's video is going to be What If Luffy Was Gilgamesh's Reincarnation Part 2. Alright, before we do get started, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if y'all are new. We've already hit 500 subs, so let's get to 600, 700, then 1,000, come on now. But yeah, if y'all do enjoy this video, already just leave a like and go down in the comment section, leave some comments of what you actually think about this video and things that you would like me to add for the next part. While you're doing that, go check out the links in the description. Go check out the Discord server for this channel, and also me and my friend King Titan X are going to start selling thumbnails. So if y'all are interested in buying some from us, I'll leave the link to that Discord server there, so you can actually figure out all the rules to the payment system and all of that. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get into the video.
I gotta get me a bag, steady type of cash on my bro and that same shit. No, I don't fuck on no lame bitch. Can't even fuck on the same shit. I heard your shit in the swag. That shit is so sad, put in work at that basement. I charge you double that payment.
Okay, so where we left off in the last part was right around the point where Luffy, Ace, and Sabo would have first met Alvida. They would have met. Luffy would have really just gotten annoyed about how disgusting these pirates are. He would have found Kobe kind of pleasant to an extent, obviously, but the rest of them he just couldn't stand at all. And what he would really do is he would just start, because I am gonna change a little bit of where I did, because I did do a little more of this in the last part, but I'm gonna change a few facts. But yeah, so what Luffy would actually end up doing is just he would hate all of these pirates so much that he would just start murking them. He would look at Ace and Sabo and just say, yeah, they gotta go. These pirates, these just animals, these just minuscule pests should do what all pests do best. Go away and die. As he would just start murking Alvida's entire crew. And once he would get to Alvida, he would just do the same thing that he did in Canon and yeet her out of existence into another continent. Yeah, Kobe would stay alive because Luffy would have just said, I'm looking for someone, Roro or Zoro. If you know where he is, you live. If you don't, oh well, that's not my problem. And Kobe would have been like, yes, I do know where Zoro is, but where he is the kind of problem. As Luffy would just be like, explain yourself. Kobe would just say, well, he happens to be trapped on a military base, was the last that I heard. And Luffy would just be like, do you know where this base is? I have no care for the world government in the first place, and if I can bring them down a peg, all the better. But Zoro is the person that wants to be the greatest in his specialty, and I want to deem and test his worthiness. Test if he's truly even capable of being any claim to being the strongest swordsman. As he would start heading over to Zoro in his massive giant ship, and Kobe would have seen the ship, and he would have been like, you guys are pirates, right? And Luffy would have been like, that word is so unuseful. Let's just say we're gonna call ourselves some kind of new entity. We're like the revolutionaries, since my father is one, and our main goal is to completely take down the world government, but we're operating and working like pirates would, but in a better way, in a more respectable way, and not just going around taking whatever we feel like, since there's no point of taking what's already yours. If everything belongs to you, what's the point of taking everything? And what's the point of stealing and ravaging the entire world? As Kobe just hearing this is just thinking like, this guy is extremely cocky. Like, well, obviously while Luffy's not around, and Ace and Sabo would hear this and he would just be like, yes, he might be extremely cocky, and he will say that to his face, but he is our brother, and we do love him. And no matter what, he is always there for us. No matter what, he's protected us for all of these years, and he's never let us down once. He always keeps his word, and he just makes sure that we stay safe, make sure that we are always okay, and we're always his main priority because he knows he can take care of himself no matter what. There's nothing he thinks that there's nothing in this world that can hurt him, nothing that can bother injuring him in any kind of way. So there's nothing that he has to worry about, but he does worry about us. And probably would be like, you guys seem to really respect him, as they would say, of course we do. He is our captain. So they would start heading over to Zoro. It would take about a day or so to get there, and eventually they would make it to the island where Zoro was being held. Without any too much trouble, without any too much hesitation, Luffy would just start going there. He would see this little tavern, and he would head in, thinking that it reminds him of his own old home. And Ace and Sabo would also remind them of that, so they would take a little break there. And eventually they would get all the information and gather information about what's going on here, why Zoro is being held captive by these world government people, and exactly what he did to even be held captive. And once he had got all the information, he would start heading there, because after all the information that he's gained, he would actually feel some respect, actually see and understand why people actually consider Zoro to be so fierce. He knows that Zoro isn't anything that he wouldn't be able to handle, but he's just trying to figure out exactly what all these people see in him before he makes a choice for himself. So we would see him just looking at this wall, and this little girl on top of it just looking at Zoro, and he would just use 2 gates under his feet to help him rise up to right to the point that he could see over the wall, and he would just see Zoro being held by just like that crucifix. And Helmeppo would walk in, just looking at Zoro and just saying, "You've lasted 3 weeks, and you only have a few days left before that 4-week period without you even eating, without you doing anything. And we don't think you can survive, but on the off chance you do," he would just start punching Zoro, completely kicking him, beating the shit out of him. Just doing all of these unspeakable things, obviously, but like Luffy would just really start be really getting mad at Helmeppo, and he would just once Helmeppo would leave, he would just jump up and land down and start walking to Zoro. He would look at Zoro and he would just say, "Hello, Zoro. My name is Monkey D. Luffy, but everyone just calls me Gilgamesh. I would like you to join my crew." And Zoro would just be like, "You a pirate or something?" Luffy would be like, "Not exactly. We might operate and move like pirates, but we're in a sense revolutionaries. Working with Dragon, in a sense. Not completely, since Dragon is my father, but we aren't on the real speaking terms, to say the least. But we do understand each other's objectives, and we actually do our objectives perfectly coordinate with each other's. We both want to take down the world government and the celestial dragons. So we help each other when we can." As Zoro's like, "Since you aren't pirates, I might need. I'll say yes, but I do need my swords." And Luffy would just be like, "Ace, Sabo, deal with that. Once you're done, just jump. I'll catch you." They'll be like, "Yeah, alright, let's go." Ace and Sabo would just start going inside of the entire marine base, and just eventually find Helmeppo. They would ask Helmeppo, "Yeah, we've been looking for a good little while, and we're getting annoyed. Where's Zoro's swords?" Helmeppo would be like, "I'm not gonna tell you, pirates." And Ace and Sabo would be like, "Yeah, we're not pirates. We're not exactly anything like that. Let's just call ourselves a different breed. But if y'all want to actually come up with a name, choose one in the comments for what we should call them, since they aren't really pirates and they are really revolutionaries. So what should they be?" As If I do any of them, I'll choose them and I'll shout y'all out in the next video. And I'll promise you that I'll come up with that next part sooner than I did with this one. I've been having computer problems and I've really been trying to fix them. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, they would find Zoro's 3 swords and they would just jump out the building. They would kind of mess up with Morgan's statue of himself, and Luffy would just open a giant gate and it would like literally just bring out a just big giant cushion for them to land on, and Zoro would just be like, exactly what kind of devil food is that? And Luffy would just be like, yeah, it's the kind that could have gotten you out way long ago. He would just literally put 2 fingers up, 2 different portals would come showing up, and Luffy would just slice his hands down and Zoro would be completely free. Morgan would be coming down and Ace and Sabo would just really be like, yeah, we know you're not going to want to deal with this, and his face is already making me want to punch him. Can we just deal with him, Captain? And he would just be like, you already know. Meet me at the ship when you're done. And he would just be like, alright. They'll just be like, alright. And Luffy would just have Zoro like literally just walking, like technically like holding onto his shoulder, and he would literally just jump over the entire wall and start heading towards the ship, and Zoro would just be like asking, so those are your 2 crew members so far? As Luffy would just be like, those aren't just crew members, those are my brothers, they're my family. I respect them more than almost anyone alive at this point in time. Only one person I respect as much as them, and you could possibly be next. But for now, you are going to be my first lieutenant. You will only listen to me and Ace and Sabo. We will be your only leaders, and you will truly try respecting us. We know your goal is to become the strongest swordsman, and I could easily help you with that, and both of them could probably rival Mihawk. In a sense, maybe, but they're at least good enough to give him a challenge. They probably wouldn't beat him at this point, but I know I probably easily could if it came down to that. But I wouldn't bother because that's not my goal. I don't care about being the strongest swordsman because that's not anything that I care about. My goal, and the only goal that I have, which I will make sure you achieve your goal, but you're going to have to make sure that I achieve mine. And he would just be like, what exactly is your goal? And he would just say, my goal is to become the king of everything, the world, and bring everything back to peace. And I will own everything once again. Everything is already mine, but I'm going to need everyone to know that. But yeah, so Zoro would just be like, oh, okay, but where exactly is your ship? And Luffy would just be like, I'm surprised you haven't seen it yet. It is gigantic. It's perfect. It's a masterpiece. And Zoro would look closer at the dock and he would just be like, ain't no way. How's your ship even so big? How is it still floating? And Luffy's like, don't worry about the science. That's not anything that you should be concerned yourself about, but we have a med bay. We need to get a doctor pretty soon, so we could actually have someone to heal any of y'all when y'all get injured. But for now, you should be good. You're not too injured. We'll get you some food, get you something to eat. But this is one we're leaving with off. If y'all did enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all in the next video. Goodbye, mortals, and peace.